Hello,
Hi.
Dungeoneers. It is me, Aaron. I am DMing today because it is Memorial Day. I almost said Labor Day for some reason.
Not quite.
Well, they're similar, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
Both very important.
But we don't often stream on federal holidays. But the three of us would be like, I mean, we could stream. Graham was
I mean,
like, I have plans. I'm like, yeah, we'll stream something.
yeah. I mean,
We also haven't
the
streamed in a
rest of
couple
us don't have plans because we have
Yeah.
no life. So
Like, what else am I gonna do? Just
I'm
play
sorry. I'm sorry,
Apex?
DJ. That's an
Probably.
insult to you. You do have a life.
Excuse you. I work very hard to have a cool and radical life.
Yeah. You're the oddball here.
That's true. I guess that's fair.
I apologize, DJ.
It's okay.
So today we're just going to be running a quick little one shot. I don't even know if this will take 2 hours. It depends on how efficient they are at winning or I am at killing them.
We're gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic.
It's going to be a fantastic
gonna be
I
great
hope that this
time.
takes like 45 minutes.
That would, honestly, if you
That'd
could
be
finish
almost
a
impressive.
combat in that
would be
amount of
actually
time,
pretty cool.
that's a dream, dog.
That would,
That's
that
like
would
a
be pretty-
dream.
I seriously would be impressed if we could get through a little bit of role play, setup, and a whole thing of combat in 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, that would. I say we do it. I say we just speed run this.
I'm so.
No conversation. We
I-
don't even
how can
introduce the
I-
characters.
I had to like channel my inner Aaron to figure out how to hack the game.
We just jump straight into combat. That's the end of it. Also, as an answer as to how to hack the game, just ask nicely and have a reason for it.
That's
And then I'll
true.
probably
You're
say,
pretty,
yeah.
you're pretty lenient DM about things that are cool.
Dog. That's how I do.
The rule of bad is
Yeah, this world may be slightly familiar to some of you, slightly more familiar to a few others. We are going to be journeying back to the world of Mithrin. Excuse me. This is the same world that we played we make characters for the other members of the cast. There should also be a Patreon episode that we released that is in this world. And this is also going to be the world that I'm going to be using for the RPG that I'm writing. So this gives you just a little bit of a vibe of some of the things that I'm working on. And it's a world that I really like. Specifically, I'm calling these series of one-shots the Storybook series or something along those lines.
Ooh, that's fun.
Isn't that copyrighted?
Probably. But can you really copyright the word storybook? I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm pretty sure that a lot of things are that.
Whatever it is, like common property or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew, stop bringing down the vibe.
It's like when the brand Backcountry tried to like sue people for just saying the word backcountry.
Yeah, it's
supposedly,
like when
supposedly, Taco Tuesdays is copyrighted. Supposedly.
Oh
so.
yeah, but
What?
what are they gonna
By
do?
who?
I don't know.
But yeah, so let's just get into it.
Also, hello, Wander, and thank you, the Angered Enki, for your 6 months of subscription. Thank you.
Yo, 6 months, nice.
We do have plugs. I completely forgot about that. Let's
Just getting into our
rip through
45 minutes.
the question. Do you want me to just rip through the plugs like
Sure.
I do on Table Scraps? All right. First off, we have social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. They're pretty slow right now, but check them out. Second off, we have a website, www.thepaperdungeon.com, on which we have a merch store. You can buy merch that has our logo on it and other cool things like that. Some good art. Next up, we have a Discord. Check out our Discord. It's full of cool people like you that enjoy watching the show and sometimes invite people to play Dungeons and Dragons. We actually have a couple of groups that have started off there. Once again, pretty slow right now, but we're working to increase engagement as we go.
Yeah.
And
it's summertime, so people don't have as much. Schooling
What
and
else are
stuff
they
like
gonna
that.
do other than chill on Discord and talk to people?
That's right.
Yeah, none of you people have lives, just like us.
Dogs.
Shout out to our YouTube watchers and our podcast listeners. You are greatly appreciated, more than you could ever know, and sometimes more than we know.
Low key, our podcasters are
It's
like
kind of wild,
yeah,
dog.
it is.
Like,
It really is.
Well, like, where are you guys? Like, what is happening?
It is really
Um,
weird that there's just a unknown
There is like a silent
listen
like
to all
chunk
of
of
our
our viewers.
content. That we have no
Yeah.
clue actually going.
I could walk past them on the street and they could be like, "Hey, I listen to your show," and I'm like, "I've never seen you on Twitch," and they'd be like, "I never go there." I'm like, "Oh God!" It would kind of scare me.
If you do watch on the if you do listen to the podcast, thank you so much. Also, come stop by our Twitch. We'd like to say hi
Absolutely.
and actually get to see your face.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitch,
That
little
being
known
said, this probably
bit of
won't be on
information.
the podcast, but
You never
you know.
know. They'll find it. They'll find it. Speaking of Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you can drop a Prime sub, completely free to you. You're basically already paying for it. But as a reminder, they do not refresh, so you have to manually do it every single month. But they are a huge help. We appreciate all of your support. If you want to support us in other ways, we have a couple ways to do that. We have a Ko-Fi, we have a Streamlabs donation, and we have a Patreon. I mentioned that Patreon a little bit earlier, but we release fun monthly content, normally like an additional one-shot or something of that manner, as well as anything else that we happen to find, and we're like, oh, this would be cool to put on the Patreon. We're hoping to increase that as we go as well. That's one of my personal goals, and I've done absolutely nothing about it so far. But it is a goal, and it's something that I will work on. Aaron's just been doing a lot of stuff recently. I'm on my new PC right now, which is why I wasn't able to do it on Thursday.
I love our plugs just being us, just completely outing ourselves.
Absolutely.
It's hey,
guys,
here's a goal of ours, but we're also tired and busy.
Well, I've taken up a strong 15 minutes of time, which gets us 15 minutes closer to that 2 hours mark. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna set the stage for y'all.
Set the mood.
A little mood lighting.
Our story takes us to the outskirts of the Kingdom of Argoth, a mid-sized kingdom that boasts an impressive magical strength. It rests nestled where the Silver Spire peaks meet the edge of the Elves, a massive forest filled with endless mystery, kind of a remnant of a lost age of magic. Very, very dangerous place, especially if you've watched any of our other episodes that have all involved the elves. Some years ago in this kingdom, a fierce battle was fought between the queen of the kingdom, and a usurper, a lost princess and a child of the late king. The resistance fought well, but the wise queen's magic was strong, and she was chased into the forest, hunted by the queen's hunters, who returned with her heart.
Okay,
our story.
I see ya.
Our story finds two members of this failed resistance. Following a rumor, apparently the queen's dogs are not as loyal as they seemed. The princess still lives hidden within the Eld, and you are determined to find the true ruler of Argoth.
Oh boy.
We are going to kind of zoom in on our two characters today. It is approaching twilight. You timed your escape into the forest that is, of course, guarded. It is dangerous, and in order to prevent both things leaving and entering the kingdom, you timed your escape to the switch of the guards, which happens sometime around twilight as it approaches darkness in the sky. As you are entering the outskirts of the forest, who exactly are we looking at here today? Which one of you wants to start?
I can start. Just for a bit of clarity, DM, should I change my background off of sailor to soldier now, or should I wait to do that later?
Live your dream, dog.
I had the soldier background because that's what the DMG is like. Quick build, soldier background. I'm like, okay,
I just find it amusing. I'm just like, oh sure, yeah, I'll say he's a sailor. And it's like, no, you are a mercenary from a coup. It's just like, oh, okay. Yep. Anyway,
hey, look, one shots. I just got to write in the plot to why you guys.
No, I love it. I love it.
It's great.
I am playing Zarghul Lamar, the dragonborn sorcerer, known for his, I don't know, his boisterousness and his ready to just have a great time.
Drew, do me a favor. Define boisterousness.
Of a boisterous nature. It's not that hard. Have you ever considered reading?
I am playing Gabriel Dumas, who is a young human. He's the fighter. He's got some fairly worn skin for being one of his age. He looks a little older than he actually is, just due to the nature of his work. He's got shaggy brown hair, pretty clean shaven face, maybe a few scars here and there. wearing studded leather armor. He's got a little pack on his back, and he has a couple of small warhammers hanging off of his hips.
Fantastic.
Nice. DM,
You,
I would assume, do Gabriel and Zargul know each other?
Oh, absolutely. The resistance like was more of like a guerrilla tactic-esque thing, because you definitely couldn't match the kingdom in manpower. So it's a pretty tight-knit group. You two may not have fought in the actual battle. Most likely you are
second generation.
Yeah, second generation people who were told the stories of this rebellion and were like, absolutely. I should mention the queen, some people will say, was much different many years ago, but now she has certainly turned colder after the rebellion, almost just very icy when it comes to her people. This is not a Frozen thing. I just use it. She's cold to her people. Okay.
You're right. It's not a Frozen thing. It's definitely still.
Hey! Calm it down there, Bucko. But you do not believe that she is fit to rule this kingdom. Perhaps once she was, but especially now that a legitimate heir could exist, then she has a right to the throne.
Right.
So yes, you two are on the outskirts of the Eld, hidden within the brush. You know that you are in the area where the queen's dogs hunted her down. But where exactly she is, you don't know.
And did we already sneak into the Eld, or are we currently waiting for our opportunity between the guard change to sneak?
Already have snuck in. You're standing basically in the first kind of wall of trees hidden from sight as new sentries approach the wall.
Well, that was easy.
Yes, it was. I fear it may be a trap, though. We must be vigilant.
I'll keep that in mind.
It was easy. Yes,
it was. Okay. Let's see.
I do believe this is the first time I've been in the Eld.
My goodness, I forgot how loud you were. Right. Listen, what you got, like tracking skills, or is this gonna be a me thing? What we got here? Between the two of us, we gotta have something.
Well, let's see. I
have a +4 to survival.
That's higher than me. I have a +2. Right. I will assist. I will assist you in this navigation.
Absolutely. Please roll a survival check with advantage.
Okay, that's good because I got a 3 on die, and that's a 5 on die. 9.
Okay,
DJ McKelp's rolling low.
I know. You see, that's what happens.
It's a one shot, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, this is maybe that's his trick. He uses all of his low rolls on the one shot, so then he's left with nothing else.
He's a
God. Why didn't I think of that? That's
min-maxing strats, man.
Yeah. Jeez.
Min-maxing life out of here.
That's right.
You walk into the forest. First of all, neither of you have ever been in the Eld. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Yeah. Terrible place.
You do see some things. First of all, you know that you are in the right general area of the start. You can still see you're not just in some random area of the Eld. This is where the dogs began their journey, because you can still see signs of battle from the fight many years ago.
Oh wow.
Trees have deep gouges in them from blades. You can still see some, every once in a while you'll find a piece of armor or a broken blade that is buried beneath the undergrowth sticking up.
Right.
There are signs of combat. You have no idea of a real direction, but you know that as long as you are in a combat-ish area, you're in the right general vicinity. So you kind of just head off in a random direction. You're you walk for a little bit and you're like, nope, these look like undamaged trees. So you backtrack a little, and you head a little to the left, and you're like, yeah, that seems like damaged trees.
I don't follow the damaged trees. I just go until there's no more, and then I go, wait. This is not the right spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, the battle spread across a pretty wide distance. It isn't like there was a clear-cut path. So you're just kind of like, oh, we hit the edge of that. Oh, we hit the edge of that.
We're just ping-ponging our way down into this forest.
And the Eld is naturally a very difficult place to navigate. The trees block out much of the sky, so that you can barely see what you're doing, because you don't really want to run with a bunch of torches when you're not supposed to be out here. Plus, who knows what unwanted things you may be attracting with that.
And it's getting dark because it was just twilight. So
you're just running with very, very dim light. Can one of you roll a D10? Not a percentile, just a D10.
I can roll a D10.
I'm like squinting, trying to like get my eyes to adjust.
10.
Ooh, 10. God dang. Let me check the charts.
DM, as it begins to get dark, I'm going to produce some dancing lights.
Fantastic.
I love how we're just like, we don't want to like run around with torches out to not draw attention to us. And
torches, I will state, are more there's someone in the woods than the dancing lights. It is not unheard of to see like foxfire in the trees or anything like that. Okay. So like you creating magical lights won't draw as much as attention as like, oh, that's clearly a torch.
Yeah, there's clearly people.
Yeah. So you light up the way.
Yeah, they're just like the little fairy spirits or something, floating around.
Yeah. There could be will-o'-the-wisps. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
What are both of your guys' passive perceptions?
15
with your incredibly
for me.
Strong wisdom.
14 for me.
Okay. Zargul, you notice them first. Almost attracted to your lights. You see more lights start to join them.
Oh.
Just off in the corner of your eye, you'll see a little bobbing. It almost looks like candle flame moving amidst the trees. And then it's joined by another and another. And eventually they aren't just on the edges of your vision. Sometimes one will cross across your path, varying different colors, some of them purple, blue, green, orange, standard yellow, little bobbing bits of light that look to be actual fire, but does not give off smoke and does not burn. Gabriel, you notice it once they pass the peripheral and they start to actually enter your vision, you start to see them as well.
Oh. What do you suppose these things are?
I guess some sort of fire spirits here to help us guide the path towards our princess. Onward!
I'll go up to one of them if it doesn't whisper away. Are you here to help us find our princess?
Can I ask you to make 2 rolls? The first roll I want you to make is how about, oh geez, can you just make a base intelligence check for me? 12, okay. And then the second thing can I ask you to roll is just a persuasion check. 3, okay.
I have a -2 to my charisma.
Explains a lot. Well, let me tell you, you have no idea what these are. Yeah, and especially when you get close, the things that you notice, you kind of go through. You rifle off in your mind, what are? Am I in danger?
I am Big Soldier Boy. I do not know things.
You do not think, first of all, that this is fire. It does not give off any heat. There is no smoke. You get close enough, you actually kind of reach out your hand and kind of ooh, hey there. Kind of
buddy.
Taming a horse kind of deal. And there is no heat being given off by these things. As you get close and you ask it, you do think that it heard you. but as soon as you like kind of reach out a hand to like kind of test the waters and you speak to it, it like bobs away from you faster. But they do seem to be heading in a general collective direction.
Okay.
DM, would I be able to make an Arcana check or like yeah, okay.
Roll yourself an Arcana check.
Ooh. Well, that'll be a 1.
Okay.
We are coming in hot to this
I'm
one.
going to tell you right now, Drew. Zargul, this is what you know. The Eld is a magical place. This guy, it is chock full of magic, dog. It is. There's so much magic,
dude.
So much arcane. Oh my goodness!
It's everywhere. Could I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll yourself an Arcana check.
That's a natural 20.
Hey,
fantastic. So, Gabriel, you get close enough.
I can't believe
as it kind of bobs away. Eventually, you realize that like they won't let you touch them, but they also aren't going to harm you. So you've been kind of running around like almost trying to catch them like fireflies. Definitely a smart thing to do in the middle of an unknown forest filled with ancient monsters and magic that could kill you at any moment. But you start to think there, and your great aunt is a mage.
Absolutely.
And she used to babysit you all the time. She's actually one of the ones who kind of got you into the resistance.
Oh, nice.
Like those cool great aunts that that show up and then tell you to do bad stuff. They're like, ooh, follow the resistance. Yeah, maybe. And then she like probably gave you beer when you were like 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like not a good influence.
Don't be that cool.
No, not at all. Not a good influence, but like when you're old, you're gonna look back and be like, God, my aunt was rad.
Yeah, absolutely. And so she taught me.
Yes, she taught you some things about the Eld, and most likely that these are will-o'-the-wisps, which are undead.
Okay.
They're created when souls remain in the Eld that are neither like vengeful enough to form a full body, but also not like chill enough with the world to just leave. They can be helpful, but they can also be tricksters. It is very common for a will-o'-the-wisp to specifically you're on the mountainside rather than the bog side of the Eld. In the bog, it is very common for them to lead people into patches of marsh that you will step into and then plummet thousands of feet into unsolid earth and then drown within the dirt.
Okay.
So yeah, normally it's a little safer here on the mountainside when it comes to will-o'-the-wisps because they can't drown you.
So here's my assessment, Zar. I'm gonna go with the fact that these are will-o'-the-wisps. Okay.
Oh yes, I think I've heard of those before. They're very magical
like
creatures.
They're like bouncing away from the shockwaves of your voice.
Zar's actually cursed to have thaumaturgy always cast on him.
Always booming. I like this like in-game character development.
Absolutely. It's my favorite way to make a character.
So I think they're like will-o'-the-wisps, which since we're here on the mountainside of the Eld, shouldn't be like too big of an issue. Not gonna like they might like lead us off of a cliff, but like hopefully we'll see the cliff coming, you know, type of thing.
It's fine. I can fly.
Yeah, well, I can't, so I prefer not to get led off of a cliff. But at the same time, there's
that's
something
fair.
telling
yes.
me.
That's very, like, very, very well thought of you. Yes.
Deep down, you know, just down in here, you know, that's telling me that I should probably follow them.
You should probably get that looked at by a doctor.
God?
It's me, your great aunt. That's not healthy.
Auntie K? Can you buy me more beer? Sorry.
No, not at all. I was already told no, that was a mistake. I was already drunk. I wasn't supposed to do that.
I'm thinking that we might follow these guys since there's nothing else for us to go off of.
DM, are they heading in the same direction of the destruction?
Yeah, they are staying within the path.
Ooh.
You have a good idea that these are probably soldiers that died in the fight
ooh.
of one of the sides, either resistance, kingdom, or both.
Okay, interesting. All right,
I'll approach one of the wisps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll just come to it. Were you? I don't want to get too personal. I know we just met, but did you fight
take me to dinner first.
for the resistance or for the queen?
You make a persuasion check.
I will make a persuasion check.
I
fought for the resistance, move horizontally. If you fought for the kingdom, move vertically.
You know what I love about this
16
is I'm the person with an 18 in my charisma.
Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. We're gonna stick you specifically on strength checks.
That's right.
Actually, my strength is horrible. My strength is a 15.
The spirit moves in the resistance direction.
We are also members of the resistance. It is a pleasure to meet you. We are currently looking for the princess.
It's already bobbing off in the same direction that it moved for the resistance one. It's like it's following the flow already.
Excellent. I say we follow that one. He's my favorite. Or she, they, it.
Which one are you point? I can't tell which. They're all mixed in together.
Like the lavender shaded one.
I was thinking lavender too.
We follow the lavender shaded will of the
wisp. Sure. I was like, are we good together as a team on this choice?
Yes.
You stride through the forest, feeling a little safer now that first of all there's light. It is beginning to get dark. You're sure that the moon is like not quite up in the sky, but it is like certainly on its way. But having the nice kind of warm light of these wisps is very calming. It's very warm. With your passive perceptions, you can get the sense that you are being watched, but it's hard to tell if it's by something else in the forest or it's just the fact that you're surrounded by a bunch of dead souls that are leading you somewhere.
Uh-huh.
So you're like, I'm going to choose to believe that it's the eyes that I want it to be rather than the ones that it isn't.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to choose better. There's no way that this could possibly be dangerous.
Yeah, no.
If I choose to ignore that, then that's what it is.
Absolutely. It's the Eld is basically based entirely on belief. Yeah. So if you don't believe that it's dangerous, it can't hurt you, probably.
It can't hurt me. Anyway.
As you are traveling through the forest, the topography changes a little bit. It becomes more hilly, almost barrows, mounds of earth. Also, some of them maybe even fairy mounds. It's hard to tell. It becomes more hilly, a little bit more soft earth. You see mushrooms and plant life growing. Also around the bottoms of the trees, mist begins to rise and cling to the forest floor as it cools down, headed towards night. The plant life also changes a little bit. There are a lot more briars, rose bushes. You even see the occasional grapevine. And eventually you cross over one of the hills. You step around a very large ancient oak tree, marred with blade marks and what might be blood, but that wouldn't make any sense because this was a long time ago. But maybe it's just really well stained in there. And you see
it's actually some wine that somebody spilled when they came out here for the honeymoon.
So some drunk idiot stumbled into the Eld, was like, nah.
These are the forbidden woodworking techniques.
Absolutely. And in the middle of this kind of forest glade where the trees have been I can't say cut down. It's as though they were never there to begin with. Some very impressive landscaping makes this nice little forest glade. And in the center lies a dilapidated cottage. You see surrounding it.
I swear, if there are 7 little men that cottage?
There is a what appears to be a mine as well off to the edge.
Oh,
And various mining implements. You see broken pickaxes, an overturned mine cart that still has arrows lodged into the underside that was clearly used as cover.
Interesting.
The ground is rough, and actually, could one of you make a perception check? I assume you check the clearing when you enter.
I got a +4 to perception, Drew.
I have a
Both of you can actually.
I got an 11.
I got an 8.
All right, Zargle, you notice actually because you step on it, those little mounds of earth that cover this glade. You end up stepping on one of them, and it actually like shifts, and you're like, and your foot almost pops down into it, and you realize that you have stepped on a corpse.
Or like a rib cage.
Yeah, and you just hear a as the
Oh,
bones break beneath your feet.
just a puff of just dust and decay.
So Zargle just stumbles backwards and almost falls into Gabriel.
I think I got it in my mouth.
You do notice that the will-o'-the-wisps, now that you have seen the cottage, are beginning to flicker away.
Oh.
Goodbye, friends. Thank you for guiding us to this location.
Disappears faster.
Yeah, they're like, okay, geez, yeah.
We don't know you.
You see a lavender hangs around for a second,
Bye, Lavender.
and then it fades,
I'll never forget you.
like kisses on the wind.
On the wind. Wait, what?
What? I don't know. What are you talking about?
Didn't you know, DJ? Gabriel's already been shipped.
That was actually your great aunt. Yep, she died in the rebellion and somehow also babysitted you when you were young. It's hard to explain.
It's fine. It's great.
Timelines are crazy, dog.
Timelines be tripping, man.
Absolutely. Faced with this cottage in the woods, what would you like to do?
I would assume that since the Eld is strictly based off of what we believe, that as long as we believe that this cabin doesn't have 7 men who want to kill us, should be fine.
Just I knew there's 8.
I was gonna say, isn't there more dwarves than 7 in this story?
No, it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, it is 7 dwarves?
That's clearly what this story is based off of. Spoiler.
I approach the cabin cautiously but optimistically.
I stand just behind, off to the left, brandishing my spear.
Cat-footed, you step amidst the mounds and corpses that pepper the landscape, making your way to this dark oak wood cottage. You do see plant life. There are like potted plants all along the windowsill. You see a vining trellis of roses.
Mm-hmm. Do they look like they are like maintained, or is it overgrown?
At one point in time, they were maintained. They are thriving, but you don't think that it's necessarily from mending. Can you make a nature check for me? Both of you can do this if you would like to investigate the roses.
What is with my rolls tonight?
The curse of the elves beguiles you.
You said nature?
Yes.
6.
6.
I thought you were going to say sick.
4 for me.
These are some overgrown roses.
All right, those are some roses. I'll peek through some of the windows.
Yeah.
See what I see.
Many of the windows may have once had glass in them, but most of them are shattered. A few of them are boarded up as kind of a defense. You peer into it. The ground floor of the cottage is torn apart, broken furniture. You can actually see there are some corpses within the cottage as well. One of them has a full-on spear still stuck like in the body of it.
Oh dear.
What made spear?
And then there is a large cellar door that leads downwards.
Ooh.
That is open. The door is actually ripped off of it.
I wonder if
and
there's
is
still
lying
wine
somewhere else.
I go try just the front door of the cottage.
It swings open. It creaks loudly. In fact, you get it about 3/4 of the way, and one of the hinges breaks off. And you're like, whoa! And so you just kind of like try to shift it and lean it, against the wall. But yeah, entrance is simple.
Yeah, I just throw on my little globes of light in and just kind of peek my head around the corner, peering inside.
I got dibs on the booze.
You peer into the kind of main living room. This is very humble cottage. So it's pretty much all just one room that is kitchen, dining room, bedroom combined.
Oh, okay.
You do see like a whole bunch of bunk beds that are all just stacked on one wall that could sleep roughly 7 to 10 people. Just throwing a number out there.
It depends on how tall they are, you know.
Yeah, it depends on how tall. They are like not full. They're pretty wide beds, but I wouldn't say they're very long beds.
Yeah.
You're doing these dwarves dirty, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just
stating facts.
Put it out there, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Do count. It appears to be 4 corpses are within this room.
Okay.
Do they look dwarfish in nature?
Yes.
What color hats are they wearing, DM?
They don't have any hats.
Dang it.
What do you think this is? Some Disney movie? God. Ruining everything. But the main reason
ruined everything.
I wanted to know if Grumpy was still alive.
Although they are dead, their beards have remained.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
They're
They're hardy dwarven beards.
Some of them have like plants, roses vining through them from the trellis that has grown through the window. Moss and lichen that has like turned it into like one solid object.
Yeah.
The one that has the spear thrust through his chest, it has conveniently a nice beard part that made just a real
it just goes around the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, they're lying there.
Yeah, I'll just take a small moment to investigate the bodies to see if there's any sort of like anything that would identify them, you know, sigils or anything.
Yeah. Make an investigation.
Maybe one with like, you know, a stethoscope.
Yeah.
One that always carried like Kleenexes on him.
Yeah, one that has a pair of like moon rim spectacles.
Yeah.
I need to just stop rolling this die.
One of them looks unreasonably angry.
His skull is in a scowl.
Yeah, skull. Yeah. Only a 10, DM.
The main thing that strikes you is their lack of identification. Like even the resistance fighters would probably have some form of like token or like amulet that would show that they lived in some form of civilization. These don't even appear to be like, you don't think that they lived in the city. You think that most likely they lived in this cottage, and they have always lived in this cottage.
They're wild dwarves.
Yeah, they're
wild dwarves.
They're residents of the elf.
Okay. Zargul just kind of sticks his head back out. Gabriel, it appears that the residents are deceased. I believe it is best if we further investigate the remains of this cottage to see if any survivors remain. As
I'm making my way down the cellar and he's saying this, I go, yeah, already got that.
Zargul, you're doing your Sherlock Holmes impression, and you're like, yes, we have found them, and then you look and you just see his head disappearing down the cellar. He's like, sounds good.
You're doing great, buddy.
Gabriel, what immense speed you possess! I did not realize that you could move with the wind. Let me follow you.
Fantastic!
Wow.
You're doing
great,
down
buddy.
the stairs of the cellar.
Why do I feel like I'm a part of like an older brother program?
You may be. Honestly, that's how they get them. That's how the resistance finds their members. So you head down the cellar stairs. Zargul, stealth abandoned,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Never needed it.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead. What's there to be afraid of, right?
That's right.
Clomp, clomp, clomp. On the way down the stairs, you do see another corpse. This one almost fully severed at the waist.
Ooh.
So is he also a dwarf?
Also a dwarf.
So that's 5.
That's 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
At the very bottom of the stairs, you see a 6th one.
Oh my god.
This one has been beheaded. So its head has rolled over into a corner and almost wrapped itself into a ball of beard.
Now this would be a plot twist. The princess is the person who's killed all these dwarves.
And then
as you reach for the queen the whole time.
As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you enter into this naturally formed cavern. You do not think that this has been carved by any hands, dwarvish, human, or otherwise. It has 4 large spires that reach up and support the ceiling. There is a hand-carved dais, a multi-leveled platform that leads up. And on the top of it, specifically on the way to the top of it, you see one last dwarven body that appears as though it was struck down, attempting to reach the top of the dais.
You killed all 7 of the dwarves.
I absolutely killed all 7 dwarves. And then at the very top, surrounded by a bed of roses, is a glass coffin.
Ooh,
it's a glass coffin, you say?
Well, yeah, that's what it is in the story. Because the dwarves, so I'm just going to remind everyone, the original Snow White, they were like, well, she's dead, so let's build her a glass coffin because we're dwarves and we're eccentric.
And we're eccentric.
A normal wooden coffin. Let's show off her corpse. Let's do it.
Well, they had to show off her beauty.
I was going to say, the reality is the story is probably a little more creepy, and they're like, hey, this dead girl's really pretty. Yeah. Let's build her a glass coffin.
You know who else did that? America with Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham
Lincoln,
real thing, beautiful man. Okay,
he deserves to be. Put him on a train. They were like, he died. Let's ship him around the country and show him off.
They did do that.
I didn't know they actually did that.
Absolutely. Lincoln has been stolen so many times. They were like, oh yeah, we're stealing the president, baby.
We're stealing the president, baby.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get. They're gonna Nicolas Cage it. Or
yeah,
we're gonna Nicolas Cage it.
They were the original national treasure.
Yeah,
we have to steal the president of the United States of America.
That's National Treasure 3. This is a great idea. There's a hidden treasure.
There's only 2 national treasures.
Well, no, that's what the third one is. You have to re-steal the body of Abraham Lincoln, which is currently entombed in concrete.
Because secretly, the body in the jacket pocket of Abraham Lincoln's body is a note that will take him to the city of Atlantis.
Well, actually, if you hold the skull up to a certain area, the bullet hole shows you the key. That's how you get in.
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
Turns out John Wilkes Booth was a member of the Illuminati. Who knew?
Oh my gosh! You have to take the skull back to the theater.
Yeah,
and see what John Wilkes Booth would have seen. And then there's like a little insignia in Latin that tells you the location of Atlantis.
Expect to see this on Patreon.
Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
Yes, resting on the top of this this honored dais. There's a better word for it, but for the life of me, I can't think of it.
A throne.
No, it's not a throne. That would be a chair. It's not an altar. Because that's like a
sacrificial stone.
That's like a specific thing, but there's like a multifaceted step system that leads up.
I think dais is the word that you're looking for.
There's another one that's cooler though. I just can't remember what it is. It's more fantasy.
It's more fantasy than dais?
Yes, absolutely. Dais is only 4 letters.
There's like a pedestal?
No. Just deal with the coffin.
Just go deal with the coffin.
Wait! Wait! Gabriel, don't touch it! It may be cursed!
An interesting impression. First of all, you have to take the steps up. You walk past the final. This one looks almost fatherly, perhaps doctor-esque. And you head up the steps, and within the glass coffin, skin white as porcelain, lips red as blood, hair dark as ebony. You see a beautiful woman lying within the coffin, seemingly untouched.
Is it just me, or does this person seem to be a woman of extremes? You know, I don't want to profile her, but just like based off of all the descriptive factors that I'm getting off of her, everything is like the most extreme version of it, you know?
Yes, I see what you mean.
Like, is this really who we wanted to have our queen be?
Mayhaps, but she does no good to us in this current condition, as she seems to be quite dead. I look over the coffin. Do I get the sense of any magic on the with the coffin or within the coffin around the coffin?
Examine it with an Arcana check.
Lovely.
See if you can find any runes, anything else like that.
As he's doing that, and he's like carefully avoiding touching it and looking at all the runes. I'm gonna tap on the glass to see if she taps back.
There is no covering. It is just
it's just open air.
Sides of the box. Yes.
I got a 22 DM for Arcana.
22. The coffin does not appear to be spelled.
Okay. All right.
Hey man, you did?
She does not respond to voice.
I just nudge Gabriel. You have to kiss her.
That seems very sudden.
Whoa!
I don't know.
I just met this person.
Whoa!
For we know she could be dead. And plus, look at her lips.
You don't know
they're red as blood. There's probably blood on them.
You don't know that she's dead. According to the rumor that you heard, she's not dead.
I feel for a pulse.
Yeah, I was gonna say I apologize in advance, and then like grab her wrist and feel.
Can both of you make a dex save?
I would love nothing more than to do so, DM.
I so hope that she's the one that we're fighting. 6.
10.
Okay. Both of you, as you reach in, your arms brush the bed of roses to the side, and it almost like they're alive. It almost reaches out and pricks your hand. A single drop of blood wells up and then drops, landing one of you on each side. One of it lands on the wrist that you were checking, and one of them almost on the side of the face as you're reaching towards the neck.
Yeah.
You kind of pause and look at it, and then when you look back at the coffin, you realize that her eyes are open.
Oh, she lives!
Hi,
Gabriel, you did it! You revived the princess.
Sorry, he's loud. You'll just get used to it. But I'm so glad I didn't. I shouldn't say that. That's rude. Hi, how are you doing?
She kind of blinks a couple of times. Her eyes are a deep red.
Ooh.
I feel like you should get that checked out.
And
I think this guy was a doctor. Did you know him?
Slowly kind of sits up. As you speak, it's almost like it's hard to tell if she can even hear you. She doesn't give any impression that she can hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But after a moment, her eyes focus on the two of you.
Listen, just take it easy. You know, you're probably just waking up for the first time. Circulation's gonna be low. Probably gonna feel a little dizzy. You know, like it's okay. Take your time.
Drawn to the sound of your voice, she turns closer to face you, almost turning her back to Zargul.
Oh.
She sits up a little further and places her hands on the side of the coffin, and then puts one leg over and then the other leg in an attempt to stand.
Okay, I'll go try to help her down.
Absolutely. She takes your arm and fully sets herself on the ground.
There you go.
And she looks at you.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Can you make a wisdom save?
Non-natural 20.
Fantastic. You are drawn into her eyes. This is by far the most beautiful person you've ever seen in your life.
Wow.
Handskate, I love you.
Let's go. Hands get gifted another set of Drew.
Nice.
I like how Drew, you're just actively thieving.
I'm just amazed at how often it happens.
It's kind of wild. So you are lost in this woman's eyes. And she smiles. It is entrancing. Some primal part of you is
primal
scared.
Ooh.
Oh. That's not where I thought you were going with that for a second.
I know.
I'm not entranced with someone that I'm scared of.
It's as though something is screaming at you to run.
Ooh.
It's crazy. It's like something deep inside of me is telling me to run, but the beauty of your eyes just keep me here.
Did you fail or succeed on the save?
I failed.
No,
no, I did
succeeded.
succeed.
You succeeded.
Oh.
She looks at you and she puts a kind of a reaffirming hand on your shoulder. And she looks at you and she smiles, an inviting smile. And then she starts to lean in.
DM, can I just prep a thing real quick?
What is it?
Because Zargo isn't liking this. This is weird.
You told me to kiss her.
What would you like to prep? You've had time. Like this has been awkward romance has been going on.
I mean, do I get the sense that she's under some sort of magical effect? First of all,
I'm gonna tell you right now. This would be considered an action.
Okay.
So you can make one action.
I could do one thing. Okay.
You can do one thing. You can make a check.
Okay.
Or perform one of any of the other actions that you have access to.
Okay. Instead of that, I'm just gonna prep. If I could move slightly away from Gabriel, okay, and I'm gonna prep my cantrip lightning lure if it seems that she does something aggressive towards him or harms him in some way.
Fantastic.
I'm
she
smooching.
leans in. Yeah, absolutely. She leans in for the kiss. You close your eyes and you lean into. You're like, this is the greatest part of rebellion I've ever and the kiss doesn't arrive, and you open your eyes as she is biting your neck.
Lightning lure.
Absolutely. She will get the attack off, and then the lightning.
Wait a minute.
Because
lips red as blood, skin white as porcelain.
She's a vampire.
Also, I would like to be clear; those descriptions are from
from
like those are straight from.
I know. I see where you now got your inspiration for this.
Absolutely.
Glass coffin.
Sleeps in a coffin.
Wow.
Very enticing. So, like people fall in love with her at the merest glance. That's just a vampire. Even in the original story, always.
Can't believe I never saw this coming.
In the original story, she wrecks the cottage. She doesn't clean it, and then they still are like, "Yeah, you can absolutely stay with us." That's a vampire.
Fair enough.
With advantage, I'm not gonna just insta crit you out the gate because that would be rude.
Rip out my
wait, did she crit?
my esophagus.
No, I could probably choose to crit because there's absolutely zero. He's not resisting here.
Oh,
absolutely not. You should crit, honestly.
But I don't want to be that guy, so I'm just gonna do regular stuff.
Dang it.
Because a crit would be pretty gross. First off, I'm going to do these two. You take 6 necrotic damage, and your HP is reduced by that amount.
Ooh.
Your max HP.
Ooh. Okay.
On top of that, you take an additional 8.
So 14 points.
Oof. That's real rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Your lightning lure will go off.
Okay. She needs to make a strength saving throw.
Fantastic. She is still weak from recovery because she rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
So you go, oh, wah!
Yep.
You just full on lightning whipper.
Yep.
To pull her towards you. Do some damage.
Yep. So that's a.
This is the part of the show where Drew takes
That's
literally
8
forever.
points of lightning damage.
Ooh, 8
Nice.
points of lightning damage.
And she's pulled away from Gabriel.
So she literally ripped out my throat.
Yeah, Gabriel just dies.
So she is pulled 5 feet away, or 10 feet away. Some math.
She is pulled 10 feet.
10 feet away. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god! All right, where's my hammer?
Oh, that's not good for you.
Of course, I can't roll to save my life in this one shot. Ba-da-da.
25 to 20.
What's up, Tina? How you doing?
25 to 20? No one?
Nope.
19 to 15.
Nope.
14 to 10.
Nope.
13.
Okay.
What'd you roll, DJ?
Not good is the answer. You said what? 12? 13?
I said the 13.
And then Gabriel, you have a 1.
I actually got a 2 after that.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. Oh
my goodness, dude.
Snow will go first.
Snow.
She
Really?
The 19.
Surprise there.
Die,
No.
plus a
Yeah.
vampire.
No surprise
stuff,
there.
Yeah. Feeling the scorching electricity that has just pulled her away from her intended target, she will then turn to face you, Zargul.
Sure. Of course.
Oh, also, other thing, she can call animals to do her bidding. That's vampires. Vampires do that. She is going to turn to you, Zargul. She is going to claw towards you. Ooh, that's not very good. Will a 15 hit you?
A 15 would hit me. However, I'm going to, as a reaction, throw up a shield.
Ooh, that is good.
Which will block her attack.
Fantastic. You see her going for a swipe at your arm. Not actually going to like claw you, but intended to just grab hold of you. You manage to throw up a defensive barrier and move your hand out of the way, so her claws instead just rake across the magic in front of your stomach.
Nice.
Sensu, I assume you're not a willing creature, you're not just willing to get bitten?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm good. I'm not into that.
Yeah, so she is unable to bite you this turn. How about Gabriel? Gabriel, do you happen to be interested in getting bit?
He's bleeding
hurt,
from the neck, dying.
But like she's hot.
But a little pain goes a long ways to
absolutely. Gabriel's a freak.
Yeah. Let me roll some dice here.
As a reminder, Gabriel didn't fall under her, her hypnotic gaze. So
no.
This is all DJ.
Forced to fall under hypnotic gaze. I now just got to make the choice on if I fall, and she's the one that I was here for. She's the one that I've devoted my whole life.
Exactly. All the stories that I've told you about her. Yeah.
And I got a 3 on that roll.
Ooh,
I think I am a willing creature.
You're like,
I very well might be. I think I am.
Yeah, absolutely. So she'll take
just to make Aaron's life more, just to make everybody else's life more difficult. I I am. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, listen. If you're gonna do that, just
she'll walk
ask,
back over to you, Zargul. You would get an attack of opportunity.
I don't have a reaction anymore.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, what a bummer. That's like I planned it.
Would a wrist be better, or?
No, but she really leans back in this time on the other side.
Okay. Okay. Here you go.
She rolled a 17 on die.
That will hit me.
Hey DM.
Yeah.
Oh no,
you will
no,
lose
no, I
4
can't.
max HP.
Oh my gosh.
Jay,
And
why are you
take-
doing this to yourself?
Another 8 piercing damage.
Why
on
do
top.
you hate me?
So
Literally-
do I?
literally-
So for a total of 12 damage.
For a total of 12, I think.
Literally before
Something around there.
before we like started this, Aaron was like, "Yeah, there's a decent chance. I haven't done the math. There's a decent chance that you guys could just end up dying." And then DJ took that as, "Great, I'm just gonna YOLO kill myself."
Absolutely.
I am playing out my character. I have been devoted to this woman my entire
It's
life,
true.
and she needs a little bit of blood to feel better.
Yeah,
I got blood.
After the second bite, because you're like maybe blood, like
Maybe she just needs a little
Yeah, maybe
like,
she's-
top off a little bit, you know?
yeah. Well, even if
Well,
she's a
pick me up.
vampire, I don't want to assume that the vampire's evil.
Yeah.
And she's
Maybe
maybe
trying to
she's been
kill
trying
you.
to regenerate. Maybe she's trying to regenerate. She just needs a little bit of blood to like
Exactly.
regain her faculties. After the second bite, you're starting to doubt that hypothesis.
I like she's like sucking a lot. Like I like pull
Yeah,
her
you're like,
off.
you're like,
All right,
whoa,
okay,
whoa.
okay, all right. Are we good now?
Oh.
We good? We good, sweetheart?
No, she looks like she's just ready for more. But man, are those
Don't-
eyes like 2 deep reflecting pools? You could fall right into them.
I'm feeling a little woozy. I really might just fall.
Absolutely. After that is Drew. Zargul, things are not going well. You are not as deeply entrenched in the cultist ideology of the people who followed this lady.
I'm just like, Zargo's looking at Gabriel's like, "Dude, what are you doing?
My
Your
father
Slayer
served,
kill you."
and my father before him. I
GM,
will serve.
do I know of any weaknesses of vampires? Do I know she's a vampire? Is that clear to me that she's a vampire?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you grow up near the Elds, so you have heard stories of all sorts of things that live within the forest. You would know the general idea.
You got some holy
They
water on
aren't
you there,
particularly
Mr. Sorcerer?
fond. It's hard to know what are rumors and what are true. So
Got a wooden steak, maybe some
Yeah.
garlic.
like garlic, wooden steak, sunlight. If you had an insta-build house, they might not be able to enter it without asking for permission. If you throw down rice or salt in front of them, they have to count every grain before they can follow you.
Okay.
Running water is bad. Holy water is better.
Okay. Great. Love all of this. Okay.
They heal from wounds naturally fast, can climb walls.
Yeah.
Turn into bats.
Yeah,
I'm
summon
going
wolves.
to
Really hot.
Super hot.
Yeah, always canonically hot.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do
I'm excited to hear it.
is
Love a good cultist ideology.
I
Absolutely.
am going to rush behind her
Fantastic.
get into flanking.
You have flanking.
Nice.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade on my spear,
Nice.
and I'm going to stab her.
Do it.
I'm just gonna stab her. You know, I'm just
Stab.
gonna go in.
This is dim light or darkness, so you will have advantage.
Nice.
Okay, that will be a 22 to hit DM.
22 will hit for sure.
Ooh, okay, that is 8, 16.
Math, everybody. Beautiful day. This is my favorite portrait of Drew.
the off-screen trying.
Yeah, the right angle, Drew. That's my favorite.
Okay, so that is 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. That is not
You had-
shabby.
You took 30 seconds to come up with a total of 18.
Math is hard.
Well, I was trying to read a thing because I couldn't remember if I added my strength to it or not.
Oh, I see.
You said 18, right?
18.
18. Two before
Man, you
20.
chose You chose one of the worst numbers for me to subtract from what I have going on here.
And that is psychic damage, if that's important.
She is not resistant to it, so
Okay.
that's good.
Okay.
That's fortunate for you.
Yep, that is fortunate for me. And then
Question, DM.
Yeah.
My hammers happen to be magical.
Nope.
Great.
and then I am also going. What am I also going to do? As a Oh no,
That
I
would
can't
be
do
really
that. No,
funny.
that's my turn. Yep, that's my turn.
We're in the middle of combat, and Drew just turns away, and you just hear.
Yeah, just single finger button taps. Usually they pulling the gosh dang.
Just
lever
literally
down.
pulling the crank.
Yep, that's my turn. I was thinking I had a bonus action thing, but it's a bonus action to cast Shadow
Yep,
Blade. So.
already did. So that is your turn. There is a turn that happens before Gabriel. You see the body of the dwarf on the steps begin to crawl its way upwards towards the top of the dais.
No, Doc.
Not the dais.
Not the dais.
Absolutely. Him and his half moon spectacles are wildly intimidating. But he is not going to be able to move this turn because he first of all, he is not fast. Second of all, he was just dead like 2 seconds ago.
Man's got a little bit of recovery time.
Absolutely. So following that is Gabriel. You're beginning to question the whole you see the leader of the resistance, pretty important. Living, also pretty important. So you're in kind of an internal monologue.
I kind of got a bit of a debate going on. Am I
absolutely
willing to die for this woman that I've never met before?
Who's trying to kill me?
Who's sucking my blood? Normally I'd be willing to give her my blood, but that's like a lot of blood. Like,
also she never asks.
You know, I feel my pulse for a second. Yeah, I definitely lost like half.
That's too much blood. That's too much blood.
That's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood to lose, dog.
I think I gotta like get her off, but like, what about Zargle?
Yeah,
What blood can he lose?
WWXD.
Zargle hasn't been hit yet.
I know. You don't get what I'm saying, Drew.
What
I'm
would Zargle
debating on
do in
if
this
I'm gonna
situation?
sacrifice you. No, I like Zargle. I like him a lot. Okay, all right. I guess at least there's only one option then.
DJ,
Ow.
what is Gabriel's intelligence?
This is like a 10.
Okay.
His intelligence is fine. His wisdom is a 7.
Okay, this makes way more sense now.
Yeah, no, that
Just say it.
tracks. That absolutely tracks.
This makes
Your
almost
role
way more
playing has
sense
been
now.
flawless.
All right, I guess I'll try and grapple her.
Do it.
I got that
Your
grapple feat, so I gotta use it.
athletics versus her athletics or acrobatics. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter. Either one, because they are the same for her.
If you succeed, you can use your action to try and pin. So the grappling feat just makes it so that we can follow the rules that we already use for grappling, which is that it just takes an action.
You can pin.
Yeah, you can pin somebody.
as an action.
Yeah.
So the pin makes so grappling just says that their speed is reduced.
Yeah.
But when you go for the pin, it makes it restrains them
restrains
and
them.
you.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I guess I'll try and pin this this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Athletics check.
Where is what I'm looking for? Okay, wait. All right, I can do this. All right, we're gonna come up over here. Where's the thing? I got that. That would be a 23.
Absolutely. You will successfully grapple. Right now, you're already kind of in like a half embrace, and so like once the teeth are off, you just go real quick into a fireman's. Yeah, you shoot, take the ankle, and you have back control guaranteed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you have successfully taken hold of your once leader of the resistance.
I want you to know this is nothing personal. I think you're a beautiful woman. I think there's a future between us. We just got to talk things out, okay? Okay, I got 4 holes in my neck, and I'm a little woozy, so I might not be making good decisions right now. But
I
feel like
performed a greater reverse cradle. Holy cow!
I feel like right now that this isn't the most productive thing for our relationship.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
DJ, might I recommend a second wind as a bonus action
Oh, that is true. You do have second wind
to heal yourself some of your 20 lost hit points.
Wait for it.
Hold on. Give it a second.
Let
it cook. Let him cook.
You can bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 5 HP. Yeah. That's a great
Also,
suggestion.
you might have action surge.
I do have action surge. I could do it again.
Action surge if you'd like.
I don't know what I do with an action surge since I already have her pinned.
You beat her up. You suplex her.
So that is a question.
You suplex her. That's obvious.
I kind of hate the fact that you have the original feat says that you have to grapple them and then you have to pin them, because that's just bad.
Do you want me to use my action surge to pin them?
No. I'm just saying that right now you can just, with the grappler feat, you can just skip to the pin stage.
Oh, sweet.
That just seems better. But that would mean that both you and her are restrained.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I won't action surge, but while I got her pinned, I'm just gonna be like, I'll like grab a little handkerchief and dap my neck.
Just gauze, just with one arm.
Yeah.
He's well practiced.
Yeah, you steady yourself. We're gonna head back up to the top. You are in a full locked position, reverse cradle.
I gotcha.
You're leaning onto the shoulder, keeping her back. If there was a ref, you've already won.
Nice.
Sadly, this is not a Olympic wrestling event. This is a life or death combat. So you feel her struggle, kick, and then suddenly your arms just, as you are sprayed with mist, as she turns into fog, appearing behind Zargul.
Oh dear.
Who she is going to attempt to strike, because you struck her with a shadow blade, and that was not fun for her.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 23.
Okay.
This is not good.
As a reaction, I'm going to silvery barbs her.
Okay.
Yeah, think twice about that, girl.
Who are you giving advantage with your silvery barbs?
To Gabriel.
Fantastic.
To me? Little old me?
Does a 17 hit you?
17 will hit.
Fantastic.
Nice, absolutely.
She is going to grapple you.
Oh, hey, that was my thing.
Okay.
Not pinned, just grappled.
No.
So she appears from behind, grabs both of your arms, and they're like iron pinned to the sides of your body. And then her mouth is going to reach around and just bite you.
Okay.
She likes biting people.
Biting people.
That is going to be a natural 20, which is not good for your health and safety.
No.
How much? What is your max health, Drew?
I wish I had a silvery barbs for that natural.
That would have been pretty hot.
That
yeah,
would have been.
No.
Real nice.
That would be pretty dang.
I didn't realize she was trying to grapple me at first.
Question.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Don't tell him, Drew.
Matter of interest.
Don't tell him what your max HP.
Don't worry about it.
Because the reason why Aaron asked that is to make sure that he doesn't.
Oh no! I just want to know before you do whether or not you're dead. So first off, your max health is reduced by 20.
Oh,
nice. Okay.
You then take, on top of that, an additional 9 piercing damage.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
You guys are level 5. That's more than 29 health, right? It's a sorcerer. They do con.
I got 49 health max.
And then I take 9 points of damage.
Yeah. So just 29 total.
Nice.
You're alive?
I'm still alive, baby.
Oh, baby.
On a scale of 1 to some arbitrary number of your health pool, where you at, bud?
I'm at 7 HP.
Nice. Max or like where you are right now?
Well, max of 16.
Okay, nice.
Because my max used to be 36.
That's not good for you, buddy. That's real bad. You also see, man, crits are just real devastating with this one.
Note to self: save the silver barbs for the crits. Apparently,
yeah. Gabriel, you like look up to see her biting into Zargul's neck.
So what we had wasn't even special?
The color itself is leached from Zargul's scaly skin.
Oof.
You can actually see like the liquid in his body being shriveled up, very similar to the dwarves that you saw on the way down.
8 friends. Wow.
And you see the like stab wound that Zargul gave her close up. As she siphons health from his body.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah.
It's
real
quite bad for you, if I were to say.
This is not a story that we build off of other things. This is strictly a true one shot just to show off how sketchy fairy tales really are.
Yeah, dog. Well, welcome to Mithrin, bro.
Fair, absolutely.
This world is dark and terrible in the Eld. The Eld is a scary place.
The Eld is a bad, scary place. We never should have come here. We should have listened to our moms and not our great aunts.
This is the real lesson of the story. Always listen to your mother. Don't listen to your great aunt who gives you alcohol when you are far
don't
too
listen
young.
to your fun aunt. Listen to your mom.
Yeah. It's not as fun, but it's correct. So that is the end of Snow's turn. Zargul, things aren't good.
Yeah, no, things are real bad.
Things are bad.
Now, okay, so DM, I wanna ask you something here.
Yeah.
So when you're grappled, right? My speed is currently 0. Okay.
Yeah.
However, if I had an ability that allowed me to fly away 10 feet, could I technically do it? Because it's not using my speed of 0.
No.
I will, because it's an ability. Are you talking to a Storm Sorcerer?
Yes. My Tempest Magic.
I will allow you to do the Storm Sorcerer thing because it specifically says that it does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Great. Love that. Okay, so I'm just, as she's like grabbing me, I'm just gonna like wiggle around and just unleash a lightning bolt into her face.
Fantastic. She's gonna make a dex save.
Yes.
Because that's what she do. She crit on the dex save.
Okay. Ooh.
She's waking up, bro. This is bad.
She's loosening up. Good. She's getting some blood in her.
Okay.
She is thriving right now.
This is probably a bad idea.
She's voluminous.
I'm gonna use another silvery barb to make her reroll.
What was the word that Drew used earlier? She's bodacious or whatever it was.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. This one she rolled a 2 on.
Nice.
For a total of 5.
That will fail.
Wait, for a total of 9.
That will fail.
8. No, 7. No, 9. I don't know how math works.
7, 8.
It's 9. 8.
This is why 6 is.
Her proficiency bonus is +3, so it's 8. I forgot how math works for a little bit there.
All I know is 6 is afraid of 7. That's all I ever know.
And we'll never know why.
All right. 86 points of lightning damage.
I'm excited for you to add this.
Someone pull out the 10 key.
Uh, 22 points of lightning.
Wow!
How did you? That was fast.
Oh my gosh!
You have now brought her down to below where she was before she devoured your soul.
Yep. And then as a bonus action, I just fly away from her. I fly 10 feet away, and then I move an additional 30 feet away.
Question: do you move closer to the stairs or farther away from the stairs?
Towards the stairs.
Towards the way out. The way out.
You just begin to run.
Yeah, I'm just.
It is the loudest running you've ever heard. Loud enough to wake the dead. Speaking of which, you see on like at the bottom of the stairs as you are approaching it, the decapitated corpse reaches out and grabs a hold of its beard that has formed almost a basket, like around the skull, and he
Uh-huh.
holds it up like a lantern, and fiery light fills its eyes. It is unable to move because this is a turn that it is resurrected.
Oh,
But
DM,
the one that is already on the dais can.
DM. I don't know if it's important. The lightning bolt does light things on fire that it hits. So, like I would assume part of the basement is now on fire.
Oh, it's mainly stone,
Okay, good.
so
Yeah,
not
because
a
it's
whole
a
lot
natural
going
cavern.
on. Yep.
That's good.
It's a natural cavern. Not a whole lot going on down here except a bunch of stone, glass, and roses.
That's
So
good.
you may have caught some of the roses in it.
Were the roses alive or were they dead?
The roses are alive.
Wow, that's impressive.
Perhaps two alive. Is what I was going to mention. They were unnaturally growing.
Yeah.
Is the thing that you weren't able to tell outside with your nature check.
Yeah.
So the dwarf that is on the stairs is going to head over to Gabriel. And they're just gonna they're just gonna try to punch you with a dead fist.
Okay, now. Oh, by the way, so my second silvery barbs, I'm giving advantage to myself.
That's probably a good idea. Dwarf Doc on the dais is going to attempt to hit you with a 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. Gonna deal a whole
lot of damage.
3 damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. These are just normal zombies. Nothing crazy going on here. But they will just slam into you, and you're like, you're already just already shivering. You're beginning to just get cold from the blood loss.
Going into shock.
Yep. But that is the end of Doc's turn. It is to you, Gabriel. Now you currently have the snow is a little bit of ways away from you, probably about 15 feet.
Perfect.
And then there is a zombie dwarf standing directly next to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna run. Okay.
Sounds good.
You're
going to flee from said dwarf. A dwarf will attempt to make an opportunity attack.
What you got, boo? You ain't got nothing on me.
It is going to be a contested. They're going to attempt to grapple you.
Oh,
so it will be contested.
Can they do that with the
athletics?
With
yeah, it's an alternative form of attack, so you can attempt to grapple.
Sucks.
You do have advantage because my silvery barbs.
I'm learning so much about the rules of D&D right now.
I know it's pretty cool. You're gonna have to beat a 10.
You do have advantage in case you roll low.
You do.
Wait.
Yep.
I might have beat that. Otherwise, I might need to. 11.
Good enough.
7 plus 4.
Yeah. Their undead hand, made strong from years of toiling within the diamond mines, reaches out, grabs a hold of your cloak, and the hand holds firm. And it holds firm even as it is ripped off of the rest of the arm.
Right, exactly.
And you're just sprinting towards the steps. You can make it a full. Would you like to use your action to dash?
Well, okay. So I'm going from the dais to the stairs.
Yep.
How far does my 30 feet get me?
Between you and Zargle would be just about to the entrance, maybe 5 feet away, with your full move.
But I'm not close to anybody right now, right? Because there's one guy on the stairs, and then Doc and Snow are way behind me.
Yeah, Doc and Snow are about 30 feet behind you. There is one right near the entrance of the stairwell. There's another one on the stairs. You're unsure whether or not it is awake yet.
Oh, so there's... Okay.
Yeah, so there's one about halfway down the stairs. There's another one right near the entrance to the cave.
Yeah, no, I'll use my action to dash and try and just book it past the guy in front of me and past the one that hopefully hasn't resurrected yet.
It will also attempt to reaction grapple you as you run past.
Yeah. Whatever. That's much better. 23.
Oh, oof! They almost got you with a 22.
Oh my gosh!
19 on die. Yeah, this one.
I also got a 19 on die.
This one only has one hand. Because the other one is holding up its skull. So it reaches out and you full on just do a sick parkour jump to hurdle the arm, and then just kind of kick it in the head as it swings the head around.
I would if I could like to kick the head out of its hand so that it's a little less.
It was a good roll. I'm gonna see if he can keep a hold of it.
Cool.
He rolls a natural 1.
Nice.
So you just bing, 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 and then the body is just kind of is full on just dizzied. And it will now spend its turns trying to find its skull.
Excellent. I am now going to action surge.
Absolutely.
So I got to the stairs.
Oh, and then 30 feet up with your action to move.
Yeah. Am I out of the cabin?
You do see that the next dwarf has not woken up yet.
Perfect. Am I still in the cabin?
You are right now halfway up the stairs at the end of your action to dash.
Okay. All right. I action surge.
Yep.
Dash.
Your action surge will make you into the cabin.
Okay. So, and action surge doesn't give me another. It's not like
not a full turn, just another singular action.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna dash again. So I'm up in the cabin.
Yes.
And as I go zipping past Zargle, I'm like, we have to warn the others. Yes, that's my turn.
Fantastic. You end your turn.
That's the only chance that we have of these characters getting out of this one shot alive is if we leave.
The Queen of Night will not chase after Zargle immediately. She will take her 30 feet of movement. But you kind of over your shoulder will see her open up her blood red lips to reveal the fangs beneath. And a lilting song will emerge from her mouth.
I can't hear this, definitely, right? I definitely can't hear this. Yes. Zargle, you might get left behind. I'm sorry.
Find out.
I'll get I'll get all the way back to the edge of the eld and like turn around and be like, Zargle, you good?
Zargle was not there.
Can you please make a wisdom save?
Sure.
Oh, you're fine. Wisdom saves are great. You're good at wisdom saves.
You have advantage on it from silvery barbs.
That is true. Ooh, all right. That's a 21 DM.
21. You feel like a vice clamp around your mind, but you have been trained in the arcane arts.
Yeah.
It's more of the fact that your own inner voice is so loud
that
it's hard to hear anything else.
Nice.
And so you just turn off your brain and keep running. You're like, I'm not dealing with that. That's freaky.
That's
not
no go.
That's not happening. You have successfully avoided the dominate person spell.
Wow. Holy crap. We're 2 5th level guys and you're throwing dominate person spells at us?
Yeah, absolutely.
My AC is 11, Aaron.
Yeah?
I don't have magic weapons.
Oh, you're fine.
What's the AC of a vampire?
Huh?
DC of a vampire is probably like what?
Well, it depends on the vampire.
High.
But that's the end of her turn. Hey Zargle.
Yeah. Question, DM.
I probably have an answer for you.
Please teleport like 300 feet away.
I don't have any spells like that.
I have a good old dimension door. Come on.
Dimension door is a 4th level spell. And actually, I think it's a 5th level spell. Now that I think about it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I don't know, dog. What are you doing on your turn?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna rotate. So I'm right next to the steps, and there's a dwarf right in front of me.
Yeah,
right?
There's a dwarf that currently has no idea where you are or where it is.
Okay, great. Can I just rotate around that dwarf and line him up with the vampire?
You absolutely can. It's
okay.
like 5 feet of movement to do so.
Great.
Dimension door is a 4th level spell. What is the one that I'm thinking of that has a range of 300 feet?
Dimension door.
No, that's 500.
It has a range of 500 feet. Anyway, keep going.
Thunderstep?
I guess.
Thunderstep. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is also, I think that might be higher because that deals damage.
No, Thunderstep. No, Thunderstep is 3rd.
Thunderstep's lower.
Is it 3rd?
Yeah, because it was.
Yeah,
I
so
looked
that's what
at
I was
it.
thinking.
I contemplated taking Thunderstep.
You're like, man, that would be neat.
Oh, you regret it, don't you?
Well,
When would
but
I ever need to
I'm pretty
use
sure
that?
Thunderstep is to a point you can see though,
It
I
very
like
agree.
well-
within like 120 feet. So anyway, regardless, I'm gonna cast another lightning bolt
Yeah, that's the one.
at
Two
through the
dex
dwarf
saves.
and at the lady.
What's your save? What am I trying to get here?
It's a dex save of 15.
The dwarf is gonna clutch this one out
Ooh,
with a success on a 19 on die,
nice.
and the vampire will also succeed
Okay,
with a very high roll.
okay. Great.
This dwarf, you're like lightning bolt, and then immediately as you're casting the spell, it like crouches around trying to find its head on the ground. You hear it like grating its teeth over in the corner, but the body can't hear it, so there's no real way of like telling it where to go.
26 points of damage, DM.
Have to 13.
Have to 13.
Fantastic.
And I will again use a bonus action to fly fly away. And then I'm gonna keep booking it.
Yep. Oh, you just screaming run up the steps. You will end up directly next to the dwarf on the stairwell as it wakes up.
Okay.
So it will wake up. It will try to grapple you to slow you down.
Okay.
You're trying to beat a 9. Very strong, these bone dwarves.
That would be a 12.
Nice. Once again, you just kind of like.
Actually, no, higher than that. Actually, it's a 15. My athletics is a +5.
Yeah, you just kind of. It's like still trying to stand up, and it's like, eh. So you just kind of like, ew. Stop.
Well,
that.
see, I still have a little bit of electricity like surrounding my body, so it like kind of burns the zombie dwarf, as he tries to grab me.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
You are in the cottage.
I'm running.
Yeah, you sprint out the door.
Uh-huh.
Nothing tries to stop you because they are not awake yet.
Okay.
You will make it about halfway away from the building.
Okay.
Almost into the eld.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna dash again.
Fantastic.
I think.
This will make you all the way to the edge of the clearing.
Now the question is, do I keep running or do I hide? The answer is keep running because you can't hide from a vampire.
It is an interesting debate that you have. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, I'm running towards the exit of the eld.
Hey, DM.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, wait, sorry. I apologize.
Oh, okay, fantastic. That'll go back to Snow's turn.
She's just gonna
you
erupt out of
can't
the ground
really see
grab
what
my
she
ankle.
does on her turn.
Uh-huh.
But you do see her appear at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Pretty fast.
Blood red eyes glowing in the darkness as she
She's
licks
crawling on all fours.
your blood from her lips. That still remain a startlingly deep red.
I'm scared.
Scarlet.
Yes, blood red even. That will be to Zargle, your turn. Zargle.
Okay. I'm going to. There's a dwarf right next to me, right?
Yeah.
So I take an
absolutely
opportunity. I take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, they would try to grapple you if you tried to just run.
Okay, great.
Thunder. Sorry. Oh, to answer our debate.
Okay, so I'm going to. How long are the stairs?
It is 60 feet total from the bottom to the top. Right
Okay.
now, you are 30 feet up them.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm 30 feet up them right now.
Yeah, you are 30 feet up the stairs right now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick little shimmy. I'm gonna cast Agazar's Scorcher in a 30-foot line just down the steps, going right past the dwarf I'm next to and ending at her.
Fantastic. They have to make what? Dex saves again?
Dex saves again.
The zombie. What's your save?
It's a 15.
The zombie's gonna clutch it out with a 17 -2.
Nice.
And then she got another 18 on die.
Okay. So they take 8 to have to 4 points of fire damage.
Nice.
I will use my bonus action to fly 10 feet up the stairs without provoking after attacks, and I keep running.
Absolutely. You make it into the cottage. Gabriel, you can hear just like random sounds of magic from the cottage as you're just turning tail.
I just have like a single tear like coming down my face, and I'm like trying to like turn off my ears, just be like, please, Argle, please make it out. I'm sorry.
Get off me, you dwarf!
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Argle.
at the
She's out there!
at the top, now that you are in the cottage itself, and her awakening has reached this far, all 4 dwarves that remain, you see the one with the spear kind of shiver and then pull the spear out of itself as it climbs to its feet. The one that is just in half, both ends of it are beginning to, one of them crawling towards you, the other one like stands up and kind of bobbles a bit as it runs over to probably to just try to kick you in the shins. And then the other 2 also climb their way over, ready to just fully just do some jazz.
Jazz. They pull out a string bass.
Yeah,
an upright bass, a sax.
Yeah, they start playing xylophone on their ribs. One of them pulls out a trumpet, but they can't blow it because they don't have lips. That will be the dwarves. The one will attempt to find its head and not succeed. Doc will begin to move towards the stairs, and the one on the stairs will slowly move up the stairs, but they only have 20 feet of speed. They're not very fast.
Okay.
That will lead us to Gabriel. Are you continuing to run?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So there's like a bit of a clearing, right, around the cabin?
Yeah, there is about 30 feet of, actually probably more like 60 feet of distance from the edge of the clearing to the cottage.
And am I already like part of the way out of the cottage?
Oh, you are completely across the clearing with your movement.
Oh, okay.
So you are going to at the very edge of the forest.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and post up for just a second, whip out my longbow, and I'm gonna hold my action to snipe anybody that tries to.
Enemy you see within range?
Not the first enemy that I see within range. Anybody that tries to stop Zargle from escaping.
Fantastic. It will be a little bit. There will be cover involved because they are still within the cottage.
Yeah.
But you will absolutely be able to fire off a shot.
I'll clarify it this way: once Zargle's out of the cottage, and then he's being chased down by zombies or vampire, I'll snipe them. I'm not going to try and snipe through the windows of the cottage or anything like that.
I was really excited.
No, I'm not.
I thought it was just going to be rad.
I'm not that cool.
I like your confidence.
This is a live or die. The fact that I'm even stopping is character development for me right here. So I'm like, all right, I can't just leave him there to die. So I at least gotta post up so I can help him out a little bit once he gets out of this freaking house. All he has to do is get out the door, and then he should be good.
Fantastic. At the end of your turn, Gabriel, you hear the howling of wolves in the forest.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she called on the wolves.
Well, as a Disney princess would, she can summon animals with her song. It's like a normal person can.
Like a normal person can.
Yeah. It's not at all like vampires.
All I can ever think of is
children of the night that can call upon swarms of bats, rats, and wolves.
It's every time that we talk about summoning animals, all I can ever think of is the Shrek Snow White.
Yeah.
And where she sings that song and like
still
all
a vampire. It's always been a vampire and always will be.
Yeah, that's all I ever think.
But that is back to the top. The vampire will move up the stairs. She is on your tail.
Yeah, she is.
She is fast.
Yeah, she is.
Like scarily fast. Okay. Specifically, you turn and look, and you see her crawling on the walls, like over top of the stairwell.
Oh my gosh!
Like full vampire, like no longer trying to hide it anymore. As she is blitzing up the stairs.
Wow.
Because
Hot.
of your dash and movement and your extra 10 feet from your bonus action, she's literally 10 feet behind you.
Nice.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah, you are.
Those
you're
10 feet
pretty
add up,
close,
baby.
buddy. Pretty close. It is your turn.
Great. Okay. Since I can do this technically before casting my spell, as I begin to coalesce again the fire around my spear in my hands, preparing to cast another Agaza's Scorcher, before I release my spell, use my bonus action to fly my 10 feet up and over the dwarves towards the doorway before releasing it behind me in a line just at all the dwarves and at the princess again.
They're gonna have to make some dex saves.
Yeah, some dex saves.
All right. Blank for the dwarves. They do it with an 18 on die.
There you go.
And this time though, she will not succeed.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Probably because she's upside down, like on the ceiling when this happens.
Gross.
So it's hard to dodge at that point in time.
That would be 17 points of fire damage.
17 points of fire damage.
Which would be halved to 9.
Yep.
For the dwarves.
Keeping track of it for the dwarves. Fantastic. You, and then I'm assuming you run.
I'm booking it. I'm booking.
Yeah. So action and dash will get you almost to the edge of the forest, right around where Gabriel is. You can see him, longbow up and at the ready.
Please tell me, is the cottage? Does the cottage catch fire by chance from all of the fire?
Oh, there is certainly. This is an old cottage. It is like pretty damp, so you don't know if it'll really catch. This entire forest is covered in mist by now.
That's unfortunate.
But you can see like smoldering and some smoke. So there's a chance.
I like to imagine Zargle is getting like a little like primal right now. Like he starts booking it on 2 legs, and then eventually he's just like all fours, like.
You're not the only one who can run on 4 limbs. You are
like a was
trucking.
the dragon lizard thing.
Like a dragonborn.
That's the one.
Like a Komodo dragon. That's what I'm thinking of.
You are just
Hauling.
blazing it across the field.
Yeah.
Your turn ends. This now goes to the zombos. The wave of necromantic magic now hits the field. Every corpse surrounding the house rises. They begin to crawl their way.
This is so busted. How many can they rise?
There are probably about 70 in this field.
Holy freaking crap, Aaron.
So they begin to crawl their way out of it. I'm going to be 100% honest right now. You have left the cottage. You will be hunted, but most likely not by snow.
No, now we're being hunted by zombies and wolves.
Zombies and wolves. The forest itself is out to get you. First of all, I would like to deal with the biggest danger. Can you please either both roll or one of you roll with advantage a survival check?
Okay.
Do you want me to roll with advantage, Drew?
I assume your survival is higher than +2, right?
My survival is a +4.
Okay, then yeah, I'll give you advantage.
18.
18. So this check is to see if you can even navigate through the eld.
Yeah.
This is just to, like, do you know where you're going? Like, also, the souls have deserted you. There are no more will-o'-the-wisps.
Son of a...
They are not there. Next up, can you please roll between the two of you? I need you to choose. Are you going to attempt to stealthily avoid them?
No.
Or are you just going to try to outpace them?
We just need to outpace them. There's no way that we're going to be able to hide from them. The wolves' sense of smell is going to crush us.
Because I'm going to need, if you're trying to do it stealthily, both of you will need to make a stealth check. If you're trying to do it fast, I'm going to need both of you to make an athletics.
Drew, if you want to do it stealthily, you can go for it.
No. I prefer athletics over stealth.
Okay.
Do I still have advantage on something?
No.
Your advantage is now gone.
Okay. 17 for my athletics.
Well, I die.
Not going well, Zargle.
DM, can I have a prerequisite in mind?
What is it?
If because I rolled a natural 1, yet again. But
That's really bad.
I still have one more spell slot.
Okay.
I have one last ace up my sleeve.
What level of spell slot is it?
It's the first level.
Okay. I will. If this is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to tell you right now. You can roll a d12.
Okay.
And add it to your roll.
Okay.
Does he have
I'm
to
gonna tell you right
sacrifice his spell slot for it?
Yes. Spell slot is gone. You get a d12 out of this spell slot.
Woo!
You're
And I assume I
looking for
get
a
also
9
add
or
my
higher.
athletics like normal.
No.
You're
roll
adding
the
this
d12.
to your natural 1 plus your
Okay.
athletics.
So I do or don't add my athletics.
So whatever the total of your previous roll was, plus this.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just roll a
I see.
d12 and tell me what number it is.
Okay. So that's a 17.
Okay. How did you get a 17 off of a...
Well, I still have a
plus
+5.
your athletics.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because, you were looking for it. You roll a 12 on that d12?
I rolled an 11.
Holy cow. That's nice. So you, both of you are running, almost losing each other in between the trees. You
I
sprint.
didn't know
to
you
your
were
side.
still as fast as
Every
me.
once in a while, you'll see a glimpse of Zargle through the trees, and then
like
behind
leaping
him,
like tree to tree like
Yep.
a lizard.
you see snapping jaws as wolves nip at his heels. One of them manages to fully grab onto his calf as he's sprinting, and just quick as a whip, you see him turn and fire a bolt from under his arm.
Yeah,
and
he fires
the
a chaos
propulsion-
bolt.
Yeah, you manage to use your increased mobility from when you cast those spells to flit just out of reach of the wolves' mouths. You have made it halfway. You know where you're going.
Yay!
One more athletics check.
Ooh, 26.
Okay. 18.
18. Both of you running. You actually managed to reach kind of a briskly running stream and hurdle it. And you do see that the wolves kind of turn to the side when they reach the running water. This does not affect the undead, as this sweeping necromantic wave begins to resurrect every single corpse that you saw on the way to this cottage.
It was bad. It was real bad.
You see even the trees are beginning to move as they are tangled and ripped. Well, there's a lot of reasons as to why trees had so many sword wounds. It's not like they missed every single time. The trees themselves, the forest begins to turn into a strange form of unlife as grasping branches and roots attempt to trip you up, and you actually see some of them grow gnashing teeth and attempt to bite at you as you sprint through the forest. Through some matter of luck, skill, raw athleticism, or a combination of all the above, you do manage to break through the edge of the forest, seeing the walls of the city in front of you.
I just yell to the guards as we go past. It's bad! It's very bad!
They are unsure as to whether or not to shoot you.
Don't shoot me! Shoot them!
As they see the undead behind you, they still consider it. As for the fates of our heroes,
We were
those will be
tricked.
left up to the imagination, as the kingdom of Argoth is once again under siege from the Alabaster Queen of Night.
The Alabaster Queen of Night.
Snow White is risen, and the queen may be too weak to stop her this time.
What have
thanks,
we
everyone.
done, Drew?
Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by tonight. Welcome to
He
the
died,
world
but
of
in a
Mithrin.
cool way. That's right.
That was Aaron, brava, I say. Because that was genuinely terrifying.
This world is really fun for me. I get to do fun things in it. If you want to see more of this content, I'm probably going to be running the storybook series pretty much every Patreon episode I end up DMing, as long as I can continue to come up with things that I can absolutely ruin.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories out there. Oh, you just wait till we get to Peter Pan, dog. We're gonna have you kidnapping kids. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh,
Peter Pan's messed up, bro. But yeah, so if you wanna check out more weird fairy tale magic made into a Dungeons & Dragons story, check out our Patreon or just keep watching us. We appreciate that you're out here doing stuff and things. I timed this flawlessly.
Good job. You crushed it.
Thank you to my players for being just thrown into this with no idea of what is happening.
It was a blast. Absolute blast.
Great.
Doing a great job of it. If you want to know our plugs, watch the start of the show.
Nice.
I don't want to repeat them. So the only thing that I think that I have left to say tonight is good luck and Godspeed, everyone. We will see you next time, Dungeoneers. Hope you have a good Memorial Day. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Don't forget to wash behind your ears.
Oh my gosh.
And they're the same stars.